Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mark, aka Christ169, coming to you with another live video. My actually roommates are on vacation, so I have a lot less people around. My father's on vacation, so I have a lot less noise around the house, so I can make a video. My father, my father lives with me in my house. Yes, so cool, whatever. Um, but I make videos when I can, and I'm usually out doing stuff. But since he's on vacation, I'm home with the dogs more this week. So next week I'll be going back to my usual running around the street doing stuff. I had a good week to put on hold. I took some vacation days too as well, so I had to cancel some get-togethers. But it's been a cool week. I go back to work tomorrow, so today's my Sunday. But that's everybody. See you later. No, I'm kidding. That's not it. Today's topic of this video live stream is going to be PayPal is no longer usable for much of the world, and many countries like Switzerland, Poland, Norway, and Mexico. And I looked at it, and I'm looking on PC World right now. Oh no, I'm not PC World. Yeah, PC World. Right. I talked about how Steam headaches grow as PayPal is no longer suitable for much of the world. Valve's top of the bringing back the future, but timelines uncertain. Her hassles for credit card processing over the adult content isn't the only payment headache Steam is facing. These days, Valve is also getting grief from PayPal, which no longer being accepted as a form of payment in much of the world. Going by the post about the problem, Steam subreddit issues a fast report that about a month ago, users attempting to pay purchases in countries like Switzerland, Poland, Norway, Mexico, and even I do believe they even said here even nothing Thailand, no. I thought it said it was redacted, by the way. It was received a message saying Steam's temporarily unavailable to process transactions with payment method at this time. No further explanation. Um, and of course, PayPal is exclusive. Seems to be largely unnoticed outside of the discussion on Steam subreddit, probably because it seems specific that it's perhaps also because right around the time Steam got caught up in a cuffle with Visa and MasterCard over adult content on the platform, which designed a substantial number of games being notified that some of them may violate the rules and standards of set forth by the payment processor and their related card networks and banks and focus platform. So Steam has a lot of problems. Um, there's workarounds though, and of course you might be asking yourself, what is PayPal? We don't use PayPal. But before I get to that, PayPal, the countries that have issues are countries that are mostly in Europe and places like that. Switzerland is in Europe, I do believe. Last time I checked. Poland and Mexico is not in Europe, but obviously, last time I checked the map, globe. Mexico is not way over here. It's right under us, right? So there's certain currencies, probably pesos, and certain pesos. The pesos, Mexico dollar pesos, its currency, and the euro. Most of Europe has euro, universal currency, um, European universal currency, um, has had issues with PayPal. Of course, you read about Steam have issues with Visa and Mastercard. This is why Steam has Steam cards. But before I start selling the hey, you can go buy Steam cards, Poland, Mexico, or Switzerland, or Norway. Be forewarned. I was scammed. My sister bought $100 Steam card from Walmart. I'm not thinking much of it. She's done it every year, every Christmas. I tried to use it. It was already used. So what happened was though, when my sister bought that card and swiped it and paid for it, the card was already redeemed. No, it was redeemed before she got out of the store. So she was carrying around a deactivated dead card that's already been used. So to them, Steam doesn't know who used it. They don't know who bought it. They don't care. All they know is that number is no longer active. And that right there, to me, is the biggest tragedy of all tragedies. Because, yes, PayPal is digital currency. And we'll get to what PayPal is here in a minute. But if you're going to go to route like I've been doing with my family, my older brother, my father, my brother-in-law, my father, my sister, buying them Steam cards, you might want to just buy them Steam card digitally and send it to them. You can do that as long as they're on your friends list. So if you have friends who have Steam, you have Steam, you can send them digital Steam currency if anything up to $100 to them, where it won't be a problem. You won't have that scam happen. So take it with a grain of salt. But if you're going to do that, this country that I mentioned, be forewarned that you could get scammed. And Steam will not let the finger help you. They left my sister out high and dry. Even the banks just shrugged, thought they could do. Even Walmart's like, oh, it's not our problem. And Walmart walked away and went to lunch. Because no one really cares. Because digital currency, to a lot of people, still doesn't mean anything to a lot of people. We need to have the same, I think they need to pass laws around the world. It doesn't matter if you're in Spokane, Washington, or New Zealand. We should have laws passed where digital currency is just as the same as physical currency, and the laws for frauding or whatever will be harsh. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're in Zimbabwe, Portland, Oregon, or over there in Germany, or in Tennessee, where I'm at. If you do something like that, you should be you should be brought up in charges. I think federal charges, because currency dollars in the United States fall under the Department of Treasury. And that's not how I checked. Department of Treasury is a federal entity. Zimbabwe and Portland, Switzerland, Poland, Switzerland, Mexico, and I think I'm forgetting the country. Yeah, Sweden, Switzerland, Norway. They and Poland, Mexico. They have their own currencies. And the own federal, and their federal entity governments are the ones that pass those currencies. So I think the government should take more of a big stern look at it and not just pass it off being, oh well, just you know can't help you. And the buyer, my sister or you, should have legal authorization to go there to Walmart and press and have investigation at Walmart or Target or GameStop or where you bought the damn thing at. If you're gonna buy, a digital code, a card from um, from Steam, that should be something that needs to be addressed that way. It should not be, oh well, we can't help you. That's it. And Steam should be reliable too to find out who used it and when. Well, this person from New Zealand typed it in. AKA my sister's like, I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm Nashville, Tennessee. How did I fly to New Zealand in less than 12 hours? Or Zimbabwe or whatever hell, right? So that needs to be addressed. So that part is what I'm still mad about. If you buy the cards, be careful. Because if you can't use, PayPal, you have to go that route. So be careful. For America, America, and I think Canada and most of Europe, rest of Europe, you can still use the PayPal as it's format to be used. Now, it could spread to other countries. It could spread to the United States too as well, where you can't use it. And of course, that's kind of defeats PayPal and then washes them under, it washes them away because then they just lose everything and go out of business. So I think they're trying to keep themselves afloat. How PayPal is. But what is PayPal? PayPal is simple. I'm actually on a website called Wise, WISE. What is PayPal? How does it work? Without doubt, there is no online payment service more known as PayPal. The company has been around since 1998 with a simple concept that store bank accounts and credit cards information is so consumer make secure online payments without revealing financial information. Over time, PayPal has added more and more features. Pay link, credit, debit, cash cards, e-commerce, blah blah blah. What is PayPal? Let's start from the key question. What is PayPal? PayPal is a financial technology company which offers online payment services to individuals. Its scope services resolve around electronic payments. By acting as an intermediate between people and business, it lets you send money to friends or shop secure online PayPal operators across most of every country in the world and has an astronomical 360 million active accounts, 360 million active accounts within PayPal group. There is affiliated companies with offer broad range of financial services like personal and business loans and credit for PayPal parent groups. Because a large part of PayPal business is powering e-commerce, the PayPal group is also included in some of the companies which supports metrics and commerce facilities, easy returns on shopping, and more. Pay credit is one of the pay groups and primary offering the financial group that purchases and credit costs you a bill every 6 months. However, within the credit product offers ability checks and penalties, interest will apply if you do not keep up with payments. Same as a regular credit, like a regular credit card kind of thing. And how does it work? Yada yada yada. Small business accounts, blah blah blah. Well, I mean, essentially, PayPal is a online bank. Pretty much what it is. Online bank. It has no businesses, no buildings. So I don't think so. Like a Amazon, but it uses looks like Amazon. It uses buildings to do business. There's some places I think like some businesses how now if you go to like if you go to like Kinko's, they're no longer around. You go to Kinko's, you could ship out FedEx or ship out UPS or ship out to USPS. Now I think Kinko's got bought by FedEx. It's just FedEx now. Uh, Most cases, that's how it happens sometimes. PayPal is literally you can use PayPal in gas stations. Okay, so PayPal is everywhere. But the problem with Steam is an online seller, is an online third party seller of digital video games. Where and since PayPal is an online bank that deals with selling, it's a third party, just like Steam is. So this whole debacle can be probably resolved with the heads of Steam, heads of PayPal, and maybe some heads of some countries. They phone in or they Skype in. If Skyping's still a thing, I'm old, and they can sit down and talk about it with Switzerland and Poland and Norway and the rest of them. And they'll get a better idea of what PayPal means to those countries. And they can go from there and they can work from it and they can okay, we're going to do this, 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 and this, and they can do that. But first, they have to come together as one. Okay, this is what we're going to do. But with Steam having issues with Visa and Mastercard already, and with I'm gonna bring up my account here, my Steam account right now. You can't see it obviously because I don't have the technology to do that right now. Um, you go to your account. You can go to you can add fund, whatever store preference, whatever details. You can go to your purchase history, add a payment message. Um, PayPal is not on here either. It says American Express, Discover, blah blah blah. It doesn't have anything on here. PayPal doesn't have it. They probably got rid of it. They probably took it off too as well. But see, I don't use PayPal, so I don't care. But if you did care, if you did care, if you did have that type of understanding of that, you go to your wallet here and you can add, money through your account by using a debit card or whatever you have. Um, but you could buy those Steam cards and use them at the store. Um, I always tell people be careful when you're doing stuff like that because you never know that what may happen, that you may not be able to see if that card has been used or not. You may not be able to see if that card's been used or not, and that's the biggest thing that happened to my sister. And many people I watched online, I typed in Steam card fraud or Steam card activated without, whatever you activated it, and same thing came up. So you, these countries that have this issue, I hope it's temporary because I know PayPal is used by a lot of people around the world. I know a friend of mine used to travel to Europe a lot with his family because his family had, and then they had the funds to do so. And PayPal was a new thing back then, and they used to wire money to their family back home and would get wired money to them. And it was very interesting. It's better than wiring money. It's better than Western Union. Wiring money. It's a lot faster too. I've heard. It's almost instantaneous. Nowadays it is. Back then it was probably a little slower, but But PayPal is one of the things that is good, but like I said, it's not something you have to watch. You have to watch all this stuff. You can't really trust anything online anymore, especially when it comes to money. The worst thing you could do is give other people, control of your wallet, and that's the worst thing I can think of. So will this end soon? I think PayPal will probably come to terms eventually. They'll probably ease restrictions and let the countries back on again. Probably investigations, probably figuring out how they're going to do it, if it is going to be possible. And if not, then the Steam card route will be good because Steam is going to lose a lot of money in those countries. A lot of people buy games from Switzerland and Poland and Norway and Mexico, and you don't want them to go, okay, I'm going to go buy an Xbox or a PlayStation, and heck with Steam. And that's like, man, you lost all those people. And Steam be hurting. So this is probably just a hiccup that I better have a hiccup than a dumpster fire where, oh my god, people's accounts have been problematic, and there's PayPal issues everywhere. But I think that PayPal itself is not a terrible thing. I've never used it, heard about it. I think people just need to just calm down a little bit, take a step back, and okay, think: are they going to really get rid of PayPal in these countries that have been mentioned? Probably not. They'll probably bring them back eventually. For all we know, this whole thing could have started because maybe a misunderstanding of security. For all we know, who knows? You know, and it could have been that maybe. And it could be something. Okay, we'll beef up security at this area of our of our infrastructure and PayPal, and it could be all that. A simple beef up security, may hire some extra IT people or whatever, and bing bang boom, ready to rock and roll. So who knows? No, but yeah, guys, this is my video. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. What's your comment on this? Are you human for freedom in other countries mentioned? Are you from other countries? If you are, then welcome to my channel. But also, comment down below. Have you lost PayPal access? If you're from the country that mentioned in my video. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. See you guys later. Peace out, everybody.